Hello, it's Lee again. Today's topic will be about language learning ability. And I started thinking about this because I had thought about people who, at one time or another in my life, had expressed to me, as I started learning new languages, that they thought that learning a language for them is impossible, that it takes a certain type of person with a certain type of brain or a certain type of set of skills to learn a language. And to me, that is absolutely untrue. Um, Anyone can learn a language. Language learning is a part of who we are, it's a part of humanity. Humans need to be able to communicate with each other. And if they can't understand one another, they'll find a way to communicate. Um, and of course, that is through learning one another's language. Um, Human beings have been doing that for years. And I think it seems a rather a recent phenomenon that um, people, at least in the United States, I can see, uh, where people have stopped learning each other's languages. Most people in the United States know English, um, and they think that they'll just get by through life with just that. And most of the time, you can. But in the United States, with a growing Spanish speaking population as well, and immigration from other cultures, I think in this day and age, you need to be able to try to learn a new language. Uh, if not out of a hobby like me, out of perhaps one day necessity. Um, but back to my point, I think uh, it's absolutely possible for anyone, no matter who they are, no matter what age they are, to learn another language. It really makes me sad to hear that people get so discouraged with language learning, um, because it's something I'm so very passionate about. And it's an experience that I wish everybody could have if they had the confidence to go after it. Um, and I think that's really what it boils down to. It's confidence. And um, in the media, it feels like any talk about language learning is sort of inundated by different business approaches. And people get a kind of a they get an unrealistic outlook on what language learning should be. It's not something that can happen instantaneously, as some um, business leaders might have you believe. They use it for their business to advertise. And language learning, it's not quite that simple. Um, it takes a lot of commitment to be able to learn a language, uh, and consistency as well. You need to be able to at least put in 15 minutes a day. Even that small amount of time every single day, as long as you stick with it, you will learn quite a lot within the span of a month. Maybe just a handful of words and phrases, it seems to you, but you can make those work for you, uh, to communicate varying ideas. And even if your ideas aren't um, organized in a logical way, you can still communicate with a person. Um, I think coherency in a language comes a lot later. You'll at first probably start talking in a broken manner, and that's okay as long as you're trying. I think the native speakers of the language that you're learning will appreciate that you're putting in that effort. And always remember that everybody learns at a completely different pace from one another. So you can't compare yourself to other people. If you're always comparing yourself to others, you'll get discouraged when you see somebody progressing so much faster than you. Um, it took me to learn, for learning German at least, I have been studying it for, my God, almost, I think about 10 years now. And I'm at a conversational fluency, at least, but I still have trouble understanding complex ideas, perhaps like related to science or other complex fields of study. Um, and a conversational level is a good level still. I'm able to communicate my ideas in a clear way, even if I'm not always grammatically correct. You're not always going to be correct in a foreign language. Um, just getting your message across it should be the primary goal, not perfection. Um, in Japanese, I've been studying it for about 5 years, and I struggle with it a lot. But I'm still trying, and I think anybody who's starting their first language, especially, should keep on trying as well. And the more you work at it, um, the more satisfied you'll become with yourself. Um, so I encourage anybody, and I hope this video has encouraged people. Um, I hope that you will continue with your language learning goals if you've ever had any doubts about it. Um, you just have to stick with it as long as you can and practice daily. The smallest amount will be fine. Even if you remember just a few words every day, that is something. That is, you're working towards a goal, and you will meet that goal as long as you keep sticking with it. So, with that, I'll end this video, and I thank you all for listening. If you have any comments on this topic, please post them. I would be interested in hearing what others have to say about this, and if they've ever been in situations where they felt discouraged in learning a language, and if you have any intentions of continuing to learn a foreign language. Maybe we could talk about what sorts of strategies you might use to motivate yourself. So with that, I will say goodbye, and until next time.